An attorney for a national civil rights organization is celebrating recent defeats for a neo-Nazi group that stirred up trouble here in Nashville and hopes this is a sign of more to come. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. The latest blow for the so-called Goyim Defense League came when its websites were recently taken down following News Channel 5's confronting hate investigation. Still, that is not stopping the neo-Nazis from trying to make a comeback.
News Channel 5 chief investigative reporter Phil Williams spoke with an attorney who's leading the charge to hold the group responsible for its actions. And Phil, he thinks your investigation is what helped put this group on the defensive, right?
That, along with his group's own efforts, including a new lawsuit filed just today. Just like it did with the Klan and other neo-Nazi groups, the Southern Poverty Law Center has now set its sights on neo-Nazi leader John Minadio and his Goyim Defense League. Now, these mugshots show 3 GDL members who were convicted on criminal charges just in the past year for their activities here in Nashville.
Well, first of all, congratulations, because what you did is knock him off of what is the most common domain, like the .com, right?
Scott McCoy, the deputy legal counsel for the Southern Poverty Law Center, is talking about our investigation of neo-Nazi John Minadio and his Goyim Defense League.
What's up, man?
Hey,
how are you?
What's up? Good, how are you?
Good, man. How old are you?
10.
Awesome, man.
That investigation recently revealed how Minadio was going into video chat rooms where children often hang out, berating children of color while trying to recruit white kids, urging them to get guns and to get ready to kill. We now know that after News Channel 5 Investigates reached out to the companies providing services for Minadio's websites to ask if his activities violated their rules, it was the domain registrar that yanked his .com domains, taking those websites down.
Deplatforming these folks from things like .com, .org, .net, which are the big ones, right, is actually a really meaningful thing to do. Because what we're worried about is them having a broad platform in order to, traffic in this hate.
Hopefully, we get our website back. Obviously, the viewership has plummeted.
Minadio was soon back online.
Do you avoid in public?
Even continuing to interact with children, this time using an obscure web domain that, by his own admission, was harder for people to find.
And the more obscure the domain name is, the more obscure the platform is, the harder it is, to be found, honestly. And also, it's worthwhile because it makes them expend time and energy rebuilding what they had before.
And Minadio has since complained in a Telegram post that he had 3 accounts gassed on X, what used to be Twitter, but that he would be back soon with an under-the-radar account, which Scott McCoy noted means he has to start over.
It is a game of whack-a-mole, let's be honest. I mean, it is just a nature of the modern internet. It is very expansive. You can, eventually find someone to host this kind of content. But it does make a difference.
Now, what I've heard from some of John Minadio's followers is, well, you're anti-First Amendment, you're anti-free speech. What's your reaction to that?
I believe in the First Amendment, and absolutely it's out there. The problem is when their First Amendment speech crosses over into conduct and incites conduct, and that's when there's a problem.
In the summer of 2024, the Goyim Defense League was involved in a violent attack on a downtown bar employee, as well as a nighttime assault on a young Jewish man. This year, GDL member Ryan Scott McCann from Canada was convicted and sentenced to almost 4 years in prison for those assaults. Louis Edward Dunn from Arizona was indicted for his role in the assault on the Jewish man and is awaiting trial. David Aaron Bloyed from Texas was convicted for his online threats against Nashville DA Glenn Funk and sentenced to 3 years in federal prison. And GDL member Travis Keith Garland from East Tennessee pleaded guilty to trespassing at Nashville's Jewish Community Center. He was sentenced to 11 months, 29 days in jail.
Is his gun out?
Yeah, he's gonna shoot me.
He's going to shoot me. I'm recording.
That stems from a separate incident where Garland tried to force his way into Nashville's Gordon Jewish Community Center wearing a rabbi costume.
We want them to be punished for what they did, the conduct that they did to our clients.
Now, the Southern Poverty Law Center has filed a civil rights lawsuit on behalf of the bar employee, hoping to make Menadio and his crew pay for their conduct. A federal judge recently ruled that the case can proceed.
And so now we move forward into discovery, where we get to take their depositions and we get to seek information from them and other things to learn more about what they did and to support the claims that we're bringing.
Add to that a new lawsuit that SPLC filed over the anti-Semitic incident at the Jewish Community Center, all part of an effort to send a message that this kind of hate has no place in America. That second lawsuit was filed just this afternoon. It accuses the group, including Menadio and another prominent GDL figure, Paul Miller, of conspiring to violate the rights of area Jews with that incident at the Jewish Community Center. Ironically, Menadio and Miller are now engaged in a major feud with each other, giving each other a dose of the hate that they've inflicted on people who don't look and think like them. Of course, we'll keep following both of these lawsuits as they make their way through the courts.